So I was working on a thumbnail for my second channel when I came across a story on Twitter that I just knew I had to talk about. I try not to talk about too much uh political stuff on this channel just because I think that I would like to talk more about the goofy shit than I would this stuff. And this is more of my commentary channel anyway, so this is what I do. But this story just has to be talked about. So I'm gonna play a clip really quick from what we've heard. There was a lady who's a police officer that's currently on paid administrative leave, which always seems to happen when police officers commit a crime. You know, most people when they commit a crime get fired right away from their job or arrested. Not the police. They end up actually doing an internal investigation to investigate themselves. And yeah, so that's sick. As of recording, there's not been an update yet, but I'm gonna show you some of the footage. There's nothing disturbing, where they don't show her getting hit, but yeah.
The moments captured on this heart-pounding body camera footage tonight under investigation.
Lift your hands up, okay? Turn around.
Police in Colorado seen responding to a suspected road rage complaint involving a gun.
I love how they say suspected road rage incident. Like, they don't even know if there was even a crime actually committed. They're just here pulling up on suspicion, you know? But hey, what else are you gonna do when you're a police officer? Just pull up with a gun loaded.
Pulling over 20-year-old Yareni Rios Gonzalez.
Keep your hands above your head.
Don't move.
What's going on?
They handcuffed her and walked her to a police cruiser.
Where are you taking me? We're taking you to the car.
But that car is sitting on train tracks.
Take a seat.
And as officers go search her truck for weapons,
I really don't understand how they don't know what how they didn't hear the train coming. Like, they're searching her car for weapons, which fair enough, you know, you heard that there might be a gun, so you have to go search her car. But you can hear the train in the background in the next clip of the video that I'm showing. It's very obvious that there's a train, but instead this fucking stupid lady and other stupid officer, both of these guys are idiots, are just sitting here acting like nothing's happening.
an oncoming train is sounding its horn.
Is that Hart?
I love how they hear a train, and the one officer who looks like Colonel fucking Sanders goes, "Is that her?" No, dude, what the fuck is she gonna do? Is she just gonna start shitting herself and there happens to be a fart that sounds like a train? I don't understand what's happening with you, and how you could possibly think that that's her, you stupid ass.
At first, the officer seemingly unaware. The moment is difficult to watch.
Move your car! Stay back!
Another officer seen getting out of the way right before the train slams into the police vehicle.
And the best part is that he just ends up leaving, or the officer just gets out of the way instead of doing, you know, his job because he's a first responder, and pulling her out. Like, I'm trying not to shit on the officers too much, even though it is not an accident, and this officer and every officer involved should be fired and possibly arrested, because as of recording this video, it turns out that the lady did survive. From what I could tell, she's good. She was in critical condition. She was released from the hospital a day ago, and yeah, there's no footage on if the officers have been hit or arrested or anything. No evidence, anything as of recording, but yeah, she's doing better, which is I'm glad to hear. But yeah, it's just very crazy to me.
That cruiser, a mangled wreck.
The suspect was in the vehicle that was hit by the train.
Somehow, Rios Gonzalez survived, but suffered serious injuries.
Look at this car. It was crushed like a fucking soda can, but somehow she managed to stay alive. I don't understand how the lady or the officer, instead of, you know, searching the car or the suspect's car, didn't manage to make sure that she was safe. I don't get how she didn't do her job to make sure that her car was parked in the proper spot. And yes, I know police officers go into the heat of a moment situation all the time, but this is not a normal heat of the moment situation. This officer fucking looked at the floor and was like, "Oh, this must be a portal to hell or something." I really don't understand what she was doing or what she was thinking. But yeah, let's see what happens next.
Rios Gonzalez's lawyer says she is still in the hospital. She has a broken arm, ribs, and a fractured sternum. A state investigation is currently underway, and at least one officer involved has been placed on administrative leave. David?
All right, Mona Kosar Abdi. Mona, thank you.
So that's the rest of the video. I don't think that officers should ever be paid on administrative leave, because if you're investigating an officer for something, the odds that the officer actually did something is highly likely. They're not just gonna place you on leave in case you did nothing, you know? And if there's not, like, if you didn't do anything and you were placed on leave, fuck it. Then from that point on, you can sue for money. I don't care. I don't think that you should be able to place these officers on paid leave. I don't care what the reason is. I think it's stupid and insane that as American citizens, people do this shit all the time, and this time it nearly cost a lady her life to get hit by a train. This is not something I usually like to talk about, but I just knew I had to talk about it and use my platform to spread good, and that's gonna be all I got for today's video. See ya.